Ever wondered how dating yourself can transform your life? Join us to discover the secrets of self love and unlock a happier, more fulfilling you. Welcome to Black Girl Infinite Allure, the podcast where we embark on a journey to a beautiful life together. I'm JaeEbony, and as a Black woman navigating the complexities of lifestyle, relationships, and finances, I'm here to share insights, stories, and inspiration. Let's explore, grow, and thrive together. Enjoy the show. Welcome back to Black Girl Infinite Allure podcast, season 1, episode 5. I am your host, JaeEbony, and I am so glad that you have come back to see me another week. I hope everyone has had a great week and is having a great week. Mine's been okay. It's been pretty good. My partner has been home, so we've been spending more time together, annoying each other, and then spending some more time together, and then annoying each other again. So that's been great. Y'all, the couples know what I'm talking about when y'all get on each other's nerves. So don't act like you don't. But let's see. I recently had to go to court for a camera ticket. Rhode Island. I don't like that. It's very sneaky. It's it's just not my favorite thing. But ever since I just feel like all Rhode Island wants to do is just take, take, and take. This is my second camera ticket, and then somebody hit me not too long ago. Um, what else happened? Oh yeah. So quite a while ago, I hit a deer, got the end of my car fixed. That was cool. And then a while after that, somebody hit me in the back. Oh, it was right after I paid my car off. That's what it was. Someone hit me in the back. I'm like, wow, okay. And that guy tried to play me. Um, it was crazy. So I'm just like, what else do you want? After I got the back of my car fixed, everything's looking all brand new. I'm driving down the street and all I hear is a horn, a screeching, somebody's hubcap falls off, hits the side of my car, scraped. I'm like, I can't have nothing nice. Not out here. Like, you know how ghetto that is for your car to get hit by a hubcap? So, I don't know. But with the ticket, you know, they'll send it to my parents' house, and my mom will send me a picture of my license plate picture in the car, and I'm like, Ma, they got me again. First time I paid it, but this time I decided to just, go to the police station because apparently in Rhode Island, you go to the police station and then they have like a courtroom upstairs. It's so weird because in Connecticut, you go to an actual courthouse and it's a courthouse by itself, not inside the police station. And you go there for court, you meet with the prosecutors here, you just go right up in the police station. They got a secret courtroom upstairs, and at least in Pawtucket, and you you meet with the judge directly right away. But I did get some good news. The judge said that those camera tickets are some type of program where but it doesn't go against your license, or they don't go to your insurance company. So I loved that for me. That made my day great. And it was funny because I met this girl there who does local exercise classes, and we exchanged IGs. And then when I had got home, I went to check it, and I seen who she was, and I'm like, And I realized that a friend of mine had showed me a video about a week prior of her doing a workout class, and she was the girl teaching the class. And I hit my friend up and I asked her if it was her, and she was like, yeah, that's her. Like, what a small world. That's so crazy. So that was that. And then, so Friday, Um, Friday night, we had unexpectedly had some friends slash family over, and we call them La Familia, and they really are. It was just such a nice night of us all vibing and trying to record TikTok dances. That shit really had me thinking I cannot dance. Like, I don't know. I said these motherfuckers that be recording these TikToks are professionals because I am not that. I could not get it. It was making me so mad. Other than that, it's just been all business and lounging, mostly lounging on Saturday though. So that was how I've been. So let's get into what you all have been waiting for. This week's episode, where we're talking about dating yourself. I don't know who said I need somebody else in order to go on a date when I can date myself. You can romanticize every aspect of your life too. So let's explore the transformative power of dating yourself and learn to embrace a happier, more fulfilling life. Many times when we're thinking about dating, we're thinking about our love lives and other people. But what happens if you're single? Shouldn't you still date yourself one way or the other? I mean, even if you're in a committed relationship or married, you should still date yourself. And by date yourself, I mean love yourself. Loving yourself relates to putting your self care and self love first. So that, I mean, there's so many ways to prioritize yourself, and this is a great way to start. Just romanticize everything like your day to day activities. So think of stuff that you would do for your significant other and try, or even with them, and then just try to do a little bit by yourself. But why is dating yourself important? It encourages self love and self confidence. You end up boosting your self esteem when you treat yourself with attention and care. You are worthy of love and respect. So, doing this will only spread the love and respect you feel for yourself in all other areas of your life. So, you'll feel more independent as well. I personally feel as though if I can enjoy my own company, that will make me find happiness within myself, and I won't rely on others for a sense of well being whatsoever.
If you're looking for like personal growth, and if you're feeling stagnant, it's because we naturally should remain growing throughout our lives, and you may be feeling that urge to grow. So try pouring into yourself and you'll start to feel more self-aware. This will help make you feel more fulfilled and understanding your own thoughts, feelings, needs, and goals. So tap into it and you'll realize what if those things may no longer even be serving you. Woo. Uh, I was talking to myself there, you know. But I personally feel like when I prioritize dating myself, I don't take shit from no one. Like, you won't talk to me any kind of way. You won't treat me any kind of way. And you will treat me like the queen that I am. And I will let you know that. And people see that. And you'll start noticing that people aren't going to treat you certain ways because they'll see how you treat you and they'll know you won't accept anything less. So, there are so many benefits to prioritizing yourself and dating yourself. So, what are some ways that you can date yourself? You might be asking. Well, lucky for you, I happen to have a few examples that I would love to share with you. First, I want to share ways that I have personally done this and can assure you it helps for real. For one, going out for a meal. This is one of my favorite ways because I love food and I will go out for some steak fajitas or a surf and turf or a filet mignon very quickly. Those are my faves. Those are my go-tos. it's a good time to also try a new food choice, or just something that you don't typically buy often but that you love. Those are the things that I would normally go for. um you also get to people watch when you're out for a meal by yourself. I don't know if you've ever done that, but I have, and it's fun. You've seen some funny stuff. um you could also listen to a podcast or a book while you're out and enjoying your meal. You can bring a physical book and read it, or you can speak to people there. I personally, if I'm there by myself, I like to just enjoy my food and listen to something. That's just what I like to do. Another thing you can do is take walks. So I used to take walks in the mornings before work, before everyone got up. It was so peaceful, and it helped me get my steps in throughout the day. So it felt like a great way to start the day. And for me, these worked best when it was cooler out, especially during the summer months. So it would be early morning or even at night, like after dinner, that I would take these walks. But I need to get back to that because I haven't been doing it. But obviously, be sure to make sure that you're safe. Have safety tools with you, like a whistle, pepper spray, a taser, whatever, whatever you need. One of them little pointy jab things to jab somebody. I don't know. Just please be cognizant of your surroundings. And if you don't feel safe, maybe the gym is a better option, better, safer option for you. So just do what works for you. But walking, going to the gym, having just time there, or doing yoga, Pilates, whether these are all at the gym or at home, they'll work. I think just finding ways to move your body in any way that feels good to you is best. I have been trying so hard to get back into my own gym routine, but it has been so hard for me. Just terrible. I'm having such a hard time with my hybrid work schedule that changes all the time. It's never the same. It's hard because certain days or certain weeks I'll be home. These days, one week, next week, it's different. So it's never the same. So it's hard to pin down a consistent schedule because they're not the same every week. But with that and a long commute, it's hard to just figure that out. But I won't give up. So let's do it. And let's do it together, guys. Another thing I like to do is read books. Y'all knew this one though. I was such a bookhead. At least I used to be. And I'm trying to get back to that. But I used to read a 400 plus page book in days. And the quickest I remember I did it was about 468 pages in one day. This was at work while I was listening to music. Like I had my headphones on and in between calls. I was a beast. I don't even know how I used to do it. I used to work at a call center for Bob's Discount Furniture, and I would have like headphones on, like with one on and one off, so I could talk to my coworker. And in between calls, I would just read, but I would still have the music on. I would just pause the music, put the book down. When I got a phone call, I'll deal with that. Yeah, it was crazy. I don't know how I used to do that, but I'm mad that I can't read like I used to. I'm trying to get back into it, but right now I got into audiobooks. In the meantime, last time that I had peace to actually read a book thoroughly, January 28th, 2010, aka the day before I had my first son. But that was the last time that I was able to read without falling asleep. So, but reading makes me feel good. And and now I switch it up, and I switch it between fiction, then I'll do like self-help, and then nonfiction, and then just kind of like that. But I think the last couple books I've read were fiction, so I gotta get back on my self help books. But I'm trying to make sure that I keep a nice balance. So that's that. And the last thing that I've personally done is journal. Of course, y'all know. You've heard me talk about it. I I won't stop. I can't stop. No diddy. Okay. Let me stop. But I must start my day this way, and it may be because of a little bit of OCD, anxiety, and ADHD, none of which I've been diagnosed with. But that might be what is that makes me unable to move forward with my day until this is done. I don't know why, but that's how I do it. Journaling helps me cater to my thoughts and my feelings. Unlike a partner, my journal has to listen to me. So there's that. Always get out what I gotta say. It allows me to feel relaxed and relieved and lighten the load in a sense. So some journal examples are gratitude, writing letters to your higher self, like in the future to yourself in the now, or you could write letters to your higher self as you are now, and or just feel be in that state of your future higher self, and then just write about your day, anything like that. I like to do. I do habit tracking. It's weird. I like to check off like days, because I like to sometimes I like to, if I'll check like my credit, I like to keep track of like the last time was, so it's not too much. So I don't like apply for credit for a while, so I like to see how long I can go. Yeah. And I like to also track when I haven't had any unnecessary spending, because that was a problem for me. So I'd be trying to watch that. So I track that. Or like impromptu, just, random thoughts or whatever you want to write about. You can journal, do journal prompts. I don't do that often, but I have done it. So if I'm like really have, like, I'm having a hard time figuring out what to write about, you could look up some journal prompts, and those are good too. I've done it, but I just don't do it often because I usually don't run out of stuff to write. There's that. Food journal. I keep journals of what I'm eating, so that way if I'm trying to track maybe like weight loss or something, so I'm trying to get in the habit of tracking what I'm eating and then paying attention to how I'm feeling and things like that. Obviously manifestation practices, um, tracking my business social media posting, my menstrual cycle syncing. I write all that down and kind of build out like the workouts I want to do for that week based off of where I'm at in my cycle, which I recently learned about. So I like to do that. But all of these things make me feel like I'm paying attention to myself and loving myself the best way that I can. So journal, ladies and gents. It helps. I mean, that's all I can say about that. It just helps, in period. So, on to other ways you can date yourself. These ways I have not necessarily tried, but I want to, and we should try them. So, the first one is to visit an art gallery or museum. I personally am not an art gallery or museum person, but a lot of people are. So, I think that's a great thing to try if you are, but I'm not above it. I have been, and I still think it's definitely worth checking out. Um, Checking out the exhibits and learning something new. I have been to some cool ones in Washington, D.C. I didn't go alone, so it wasn't really the dating myself type thing. But I still would like to go to the one, it's the African American Museum in DC. I didn't get to go to that one when I was down there because it was still kind of new and I couldn't get tickets because they would be gone like ASAP, like right in the beginning of the day. So I was not able to reserve our spots, but I do want to check that one out. You can go to a theater show or movies dolo. Of course, I've done this, but not again, not solo dolo. So I imagine the intimacy of the experience would be worthwhile, though. You would get to enjoy it with no distractions, at least nobody that you're with. Maybe people in the movie theater or at the show. I did see The Color Purple in the as a play, and that was great. So something like that by myself, yeah, I would go see. You don't have to worry about sharing food or snacks. I mean, you got to pay for your own, but a win is a win. So I would certainly enjoy a nice matinee for a movie or something. Another thing you can do is take a hike. This would be some peaceful time in nature, or you can go on a trail or at a park, or this one sounds really good, a botanical garden. Doesn't that sound nice? I want to do that. But taking a hike or, going into these places can help you clear your mind. I grew up in the woods, so I didn't used to be scared, but kind of am now. Like, I mean, I may try again, but I don't know if I want to hike in the woods by myself. But we used to have bonfires in the woods. Like, and this was before like everybody had cell phones. And instead of using your phone as a flashlight, I would find the bonfire by looking in the distance, looking for the fire. As soon as you can see the fire in the distance, that's the way you know you got to go. But that's how it used to be. Um, but something tells me too deep in the woods, dolo ain't it for me. Sorry.
Another thing you could do is attend a workshop or a class. So, whatever it is that you decide, make sure that the workshop or class interests you and you only, nobody else. And the classes you could take is cooking, painting, dancing, yoga, anything you could think of. I honestly first want to try cooking, baking, and yoga. I want to when I see the videos of people chopping up like vegetables and everything so fast, that's what I want to learn how to do. I want to learn how to be like really quick with the chopping and then like I can follow recipes and I have like certain ones in my mind that I can do, but I can't like come up with shit from like off the top of my head. I can do it from scratch following a recipe. I'm really good at that. But I want to learn how to like literally come up with shit from scratch. So, and I love to bake, so, and then baking from scratch. So, that would be real nice to try to take some classes doing that. And I would do yoga too. I want to do a yoga class, some type of exercise class I have not done, and I want to. So, that's another one. You can have a spa day. That's another thing I've done once again, but not solo. Like, I feel like the solo aspect of these tips is what's really going to set it off to dating yourself. So, doing that would be a great way to pamper yourself. And it doesn't just have to be like a massage, you could try a facial or other treatments, and it'll help you feel rejuvenated and relaxed. I would make a day of it. I want to do a facial so bad. I haven't done that. Want to do that. There was something else I wanted to try. Oh, like a chemical peel. You could make that one of the treatments that you get. I want to get that. I would like, if it's like a whole spa like place where you can make a day of it,
where they have like a pool, sauna, you can have brunch. I did something like that before. They had like you could get some tea and crumpets and like some scones and just chill on the grounds, and you could shop and you just be in your robe all day, maybe get a room. So that would be really nice, a really nice romantic thing. You could read a book at a cafe, so a nice cozy cafe, and enjoy your favorite tea or coffee. You could people watch while you're there. um, I've done this at a bookstore, and it makes me feel grown. Like, I don't remember, it was years ago. Actually, that time that I spoke about in the beginning of the episode where I was able to read books in peace before I had my son. This is the last time I did this. And they had like a, I don't know if it was a Barnes and Nobles, I think. I don't even know if they have those anymore. But, and they'll have a little coffee shop there. And you could just get your little books there and sit down and just enjoy the peace while you read and have your coffee or whatever. You could travel alone. I'm not this grown yet. Nope. You could start with like a long weekend getaway, or maybe go somewhere you can like simply drive to. Plan a solo, longer, further away trip if you're brave enough. Let me know how that goes. I know there's a lot of people that do it and they love doing it. But I would imagine it feels liberating and empowering. I want to do it so bad. I've traveled alone to see family, but like the trip itself was not dolo, but like, the plane and all that stuff was by myself, so I felt grown. But I want to experience that at least once in my life. Another thing you can do is cook a special meal. I have, of course, done this and eaten alone, but didn't romanticize it, and damn sure wasn't very intentional about it. But you could try a new recipe or your favorite dish, set the table, light some candles, create your idea of a pleasant dining experience. That would definitely be me. Some candles, maybe some music, some jazz in the background, and then run a nice bath. If you really want to get into it, do a spiritual bath afterwards or whatever. But whatever sounds good to you. You can engage in a hobby. So spending time doing something you love, anything. And if you think about it, we probably do that a lot. Examples would be gardening, crafting, playing an instrument. What brings you joy? So do that. Apparently, when I'm partaking in my simple day to day, like things that bring me joy, which is literally anything relaxing to me, is me taking part of my self care. And I love that for me. Lastly, explore your city. Be a tourist. Explore neighborhoods, visit landmarks, discover hidden gems. I think checking out Black owned businesses in your area that you've never been to and supporting them is another thing you do. But with me being still new to Providence, there are so many places I've yet to visit, and I want to. So I started keeping a list in my phone, and I'm trying one by one. And I have some bonus perspectives. Well, a bonus perspective from a man, my man. I asked my partner, Caddy, what he would do if he were to take himself on a date. And he said he would go to the park and play ball by himself, or go to the beach, go for a walk, sit in his car, or go to his man cave and sit and relax. So let's not forget the men out here got to be doing it too. But wow, that was a lot of great ideas to try. So try them and let me know what you've tried, what you've enjoyed and didn't, and how it made you feel. Also, feel free to give me some examples of stuff you do that I didn't mention, or ones you'd like to try that I didn't mention. So hit me up, let me know. So it's time for the part of the show, What You Reading, and we're going to talk about a book that I recently read. So I recently listened to a book called Girls Weekend by Jody German. I read or listened to this on Hoopla. It was about July 11th to July 16th, so 5 days. Not bad. But this book is right up my alley. It's like a missing persons mystery about a group of friends who get together for a girls' weekend at an old college friend's house. And the girl's house that they stay at is now a famous author, and each person seems to have a hint of issue with her for one reason or another. But they wake up one morning not being able to remember anything, and she's missing. It was very interesting to watch it all unfold or listen to it all unfold, and it's a good whodunit. So I'm not going to say anything else about it, but if you like that type of thing, definitely listen to that book. So I give that one a rating of 8 out of 10. So what's going on? Not gonna lie, that Microsoft or network outage that I woke up to on July 19th, Friday morning, I woke up and I just read that the first thing I read was that all the planes were grounded due to this outage. And then I seen all the text messages from my job in our little group chat, and they're saying how, our VPN and things like that might not be working. So I was like, ooh, might not have no work today. But then of course you go on TikTok and you see all the conspiracy theories. Everyone's like, how come nobody's talking about how we're at war? And I'm like, oh Lord, come on. It was just like a little outage. Like it didn't even affect, but I was able to log in to my VPN and all that. It was just like something to do with Microsoft, like some update. But the grounding of the planes was scary, and they were saying like because like the maps were down, which is scary. And they were like, if you have to go anywhere, make sure you screenshot the directions in case the maps go down again. But everything was good. Of course, them computers were working, and so it definitely didn't last long. But bruh, Biden dropped out of the race on July 21st. That was, I mean, he probably should have, because whether you like him or not, he is getting, not even that he's getting old, but like he seems like he's, with the slurred speech and then forgetting all the stuff and saying, misspeaking and saying things wrong. Like, I don't know if he has Alzheimer's or something. I don't know. Something's going on. So it's definitely probably smart. But I was not expecting that when I woke up to that. And I was like, no, we're going to get Trump. Like, I'm thinking in my mind, there's nobody else. But then I seen how Kamala Harris is running in his place, and they're endorsing her. But I ain't heard nothing about that woman since she became vice president. So I don't know. The options just ain't that great, no matter what. No matter what you think, it ain't. But that's all I got. Other than that, and there being a different food recall, conspiracy theory, war threat, natural disaster threat every day. Like I can't keep up with all of them. Just open up the internet and you'll see it. So last but not least, this is the final segment of the show called the Infinite Allure Tip of the Day. And the tip is to schedule your solo dates. And now that you have all those examples of different solo dates you can do for yourself, put them in your damn calendar. Start out by planning the frequency and try scheduling these dates, times, and possibly what you'll do on said days, and try to stick to it. Make sure you're getting your dates in. Describe what you want to do right now.
So what I do is I schedule just the minimum right now. Like I schedule include my hair, nails, and pedicures, even like the in between pedicures when I want to get my toes repainted. I schedule in my phone like when I know I'll need one. So like get a pedicure. So like 2 weeks from that, at the beginning of that week, I'll put a reminder to schedule a color change. Do stuff like that. Do it once a month on a day. Well, I do it once a month on a day that I know I'm kid free for at least the self-care day. And that's the day that I would use for like dating myself. So I'll make sure that it's on that day. And usually mine just have been consisting of moving slow, going with the flow, a peaceful morning routine, no cleaning, maybe cooking, getting a coffee, and a car wash, like at the bare minimum. Even on regular days, at the minimum, I'm getting a coffee and a car wash. So that's that. But most times I wait until the day of to plan and see how I'll feel. So I'll just put in the calendar self-care day. And then when it gets closer, I'm like, how do I feel? What do I want to do? I might shop, whatever. In the future, I want to add going out to eat or movies, like add specifics like the place I want to go to, if I want to go see a show, something like that. So I think that's how I'm going to continue doing it going forward. But that is the end of the show. Thank you so much for staying and listening with me. Next week's episode is about the origins of black and white symbolism, so you don't want to miss that. Okay, so stay well, be good, and take care of yourselves. If you've enjoyed this podcast, please take a moment to like, share, and leave a review. It greatly supports our growth. I'm dedicated to expanding our community of like-minded individuals who pursue boundless beauty in every aspect of life. Take care, and let's keep reaching for infinite allure together. Until next time. If you'd like to connect with me and join the Infinite Allure community, follow me on social media for updates, behind the scenes content, and more ways to explore boundless beauty in every facet of life. As of now, my social medias mainly consist of daily affirmations and updating you all with my blog and podcast information. You can check me out on my website, myinfiniteallure.com, or add me on Instagram and Facebook, both at Black Girl Infinite Allure Podcast, or follow me on TikTok at Black Girl Infinite Allure. For inquiries, collaborations, or to share your thoughts, email me at infiniteallurebyj@gmail.com. Thank you for listening and continuing to strive for all things infinite allure. And remember, I will also have this information in the description box.